Hello agents, and welcome to Shadow Gaming. Today I wanted to discuss everything that's going on in the Division 2 for this week. This should catch everyone up on this week's state of the game, and a little before it, and possible things in the future as well. So tune in for more news, and don't forget to subscribe and like for more content on Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Let's get it started. First off, level 30 exotics are going to be able to be upgraded to level 40. This is not a reroll or recalibrate, it's just an upgrade to level 40. So if you have all the exotics or missing some and just want to upgrade them to level 40, this is coming near the end of April. So do not deconstruct them. I never did, and I'm glad because I saw this coming. And I hope no one else did either that's watching this. So that is an exciting thing they are implementing. Although at the end of the video, I'm going to explain why this is coming so late. Next up, we have the DARPA Research Labs Heroic Speedrun, which is absolutely a crazy mission to tackle. You need a 2-man team to run this. Some have done it with 3, even on PlayStation 4. I will post a video of when I complete this, but so far I've spent about 8 to 12 hours running this mission to figure out you only need about 2 people or 3 on Heroic to beat this. I have gotten close and will soon finish it with my good friend who has beaten it already in a 2-man team. For anyone trying to accomplish this massive feat of skill against the broken NPCs at the moment, good luck. Remember, one person will need a jammer or banshee pulse to beat this mission. It is simply not possible to accomplish it without at least one person running the skill. Otherwise, you need a 2-man or 3-man group of full DPS to beat it as well. One can be crowd control. And you will lose over and over and over again until you finally beat it. Of course, this is tied to the current Shadow Tag leagues, which everyone else in the league is easy to accomplish solo or in a group. Northeast League offers players 10 additional rewards, including 2 unique cosmetic items and an exotic cache. And we all want that exotic cache. So hopefully you can get it through DARPA, but if not, next week you can still get the exotic cache by completing the 60 stages without it. So don't feel too pressured to beat it. It is 2 weeks long, so next week you can get the rest of the stages completed. Just get at least 30 stages complete or more, or everything but DARPA. Then finish it on the second week and you will get your exotic cache. Alright, enough about DARPA. So next up we have the exotic drop rate. It does seem that the exotics drop at a better rate now. Not by much, but it is dropping for me more than it used to. Let me know in the comment section below how your exotic drop rate has been. I've heard it is the same and it is better. So far, I've gotten 6 new exotics to drop in about 3 or 4 days of grinding, but I do play quite a bit. Also, there's a new damage glitch. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, not only does the old damage glitch still work, but there's a new one. This one lets you talent stack Frenzy onto your secondary weapon. I will not show you how, but remember, Massive is ready to permaban anyone who shows this or does it and they somehow catch it. So as fun as it sounds to use, I would highly discourage you from running it. I wish I could run it just for fun, but I will probably get permabanned. Massive needs to hurry up and fix our game. It is getting infested with too many bugs, glitches, and exploits. And there needs to be a PTS if they will not hire better coders to fix these problems before they release an update or expansion in such a broken state. Massive is banning people because they lack the ability to fix their broken game. So people who are banned because of Massive Studios' inability to code their game correctly or patch it in time or ever. Next up, they fixed up Striker's gear set and Hardwired. Now, Hardwired is a wonderful gear set and there are multiple ways of making it work really well, even without the BTSU gloves. And I'll be posting more builds around Hardwired and DPS builds soon. But unfortunately, I have yet to see Strikers actually be better than any other set of high-end brands that you can put together. I mean, I'm running a Coyote mask, Focus Talent on my Providence Defense chest piece, Fox Pair knee pads, Contractor's gloves, Vigilance or Unstoppable Force backpack, which is Overlord ornaments, Providence Defense holster with Pestilence or Dark Winter as the primary, and Baker's Dozen M1A as secondary with a backup boomstick. This will outpower any Striker set I have ever put together, and I have almost all God rolls on my Striker's gear pieces. So this set needs to add the healing part from the classified set on Division 1, or it needs to add more weapon damage per shot and lose less stacks when missed. And Strikers is not working for auto shotguns, so the AS-12 shotgun just simply is not working with Strikers at all, and they're looking into it or whatever. Someone on Reddit even put together a script in code where you would shoot your assault rifle at an enemy. And to get strikers to work fully, you need at least 70% accuracy or better, which is nearly impossible with how the NPCs move around so much and how fast you will get shredded if you're out in the open too long. Even with 70% or more accuracy, it simply does not stack up against other viable DPS sets. This is really sad, so the set needs to be fixed in many ways, and I really hope that they do. They also fixed the BTSU gloves from dropping with absolute shit rolls, but so far, they still don't drop with that good of stats that I've seen. Exotics need to drop with a high roll, period. If you're playing on challenging or heroic, or even legendary, the rolls need to be scaled correctly. You should always get a higher roll depending on the difficulty. I mean, the difficulty is supposed to scale to your optimized build, right? Well, if we're ever going to get better, we need drops that actually matter. I am like a vacuum on missions, and I hardly ever pick up loot anymore other than to deconstruct it. And the build I am running is the meta build right now for DPS. If you're a DPS, you basically have to run it. There isn't many other options. I can matchmake, and most of what I see is what I'm running, or very close. I built mine around a rifle M1A, so I ended up with the meta build almost on accident, and it sucks kinda. But I have several other builds I can run. This is just the most efficient for solo or group, other than a crowd control build or some sort of support build for the DPS players. And the loot system is horrible right now, and we're used to it. But if you log into the Division 1, you will see a proper, almost close to perfect loot system. They are gating us like a casino or rat in a cage, but we still love the gameplay and builds, so we buy into it. We are able to reset control points now, which is a major fix we needed. I mean, we have a $30 expansion, but all the control points were set to green. So going to New York was basically worthless after getting your Lady Death and Bullet King. Alright, on to my final section before this video gets too long. People are starting to get burnt out on this game. I found a Reddit post, and I will read it to you verbatim, because it is important to understand this is happening to a good section of the player base, and I believe it's important to this video in the current state of the game. So here it goes. I love this game. I have never been a fan of looter shooters, but this game sold me on the genre. Despite the bugs, The Division 2 is a very well done game. Even better than the game is the community. Just like I've never been into looter shooters, I've never been a fan of co-op, but the people I've met and played with have mostly been awesome. The problem, if you can call it that, is I'm reaching maximum burnout. I've felt it coming on for a while now, and deny that it was anything but a phase. I pressed on through mission after same old mind-numbing mission. I've played through the missions so many times, I find myself mimicking the dialogue along with the characters. I've played through time trial events, polarity events, gear set events, regular old grinding. So much I hardly even think about what I'm doing anymore. I'm like a zombie sitting in front of my TV with no thoughts, no motivation, just pressing buttons and collecting loot. How the fuck did I get here? How did they convince me to sit here and grind through the same old missions, NPCs, environment, day after day after day after day, and never questioning myself why the fuck I am doing this? I would have slammed any other game, hands down, for not giving me new content, new environments, new enemies, and so on. But for some reason, The Division 2 has been getting away with it as far as I'm concerned. That is, until the spell they had on me broke recently, and I woke up. I woke up to the fact that I've been in a looter shooter trance for weeks now and didn't even realize it. Maybe it's the quarantine, maybe the intense boredom from sitting around the house all day, and this game was at least keeping my mind busy, but even the best trance can only hold on for so long. Once you wake up to the fact that you've been hypnotized, you can never go back to being hypnotized the same way again. Thus, I have put the controller down, step away from the console, and turn it off. I fought the good fight for as long as I could, but burnout has finally come. It has won. Guaranteed, many agents watching this video have felt this burnout before, especially now more than ever. The loot system is broken and needs a rework. We want to feel powerful once we reach level 40 and have put our builds together. And Massive is gating this from us. They do not want us to feel powerful in the way that we can actually enjoy the game, have difficulty, but not with artificial health, armor, and damage output on the NPCs boosted up. The biggest problem with NPCs right now is the red bar enemies. They are simply too powerful and take too long to put down. They are just pawns and should be put down very quickly, even in heroic. For group scaling, it is not much better. The scaling has barely been tweaked. The NPCs are still bullet sponges and need to be tweaked more. And it will in the future, I'm sure, but until then, they remain sponges in group scaling, and this really needs to be fixed. Even I am getting sick and tired of grinding this game out sometimes, because we are not being properly rewarded for our time. I rarely feel like I have progressed after playing, and I play 6 to 12 hours a day of this game, with breaks every other day usually. This is crucial to me so I don't hate this game at some point. We all want to feel powerful. Not enough to blast through a mission like TU7, but somewhere close. Keep legendary missions is the real challenge, or feat of skill test. People are complaining for many good reasons, and they are mostly because of two main problems Massive is not addressing and fixing properly. The loot system is not rewarding us enough for logging in and grinding, and the NPCs are still not skilled right, and our builds do not give us enough power, DPS, skill strength to actually enjoy playing. This doesn't need a massive tune-up, but it does need to be tweaked to where we can use any build and still be able to accomplish all the missions on all difficulties except legendary without it being a horror show. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope everyone enjoyed the content. I am making many more videos like this, news, builds, and always daily targeted loot and weekly resets in Cassie Mendoza. Please hit that subscribe and like button if you enjoyed the content, and thumbs down if not. And please comment below if you want to have a discussion about anything involved in this video. I will see you agents in the next video. This has been another Shadow Gaming production.